Hi. Hello, everyone.
And that's why the chicken crossed the road.
Ah! Good one.
Oh man, you guys
Yeah.
wish you would have heard that one.
Yeah. Well, so I guess fun fact: this is technically 3 weeks in a row.
Boom.
Technically 3
Tres.
weeks because we're not counting spring break because everyone was gone. There was
Yeah.
a show during spring break. But if you go back to spring break, we had our show
Episode Coop
episode Coop
last week.
last week.
This
week. 3 in a row,
Three
which
in a
means
row.
we are
En fuego!
Fuego! That is 3 in a row. Speaking of En
What
Fuego,
else is in fuego, Danny?
well, not the school, but like a couple places down.
So, is it? It's technically an office space.
I think it's an office space.
All right, an office space down the street from our school because, as everyone knows, nothing can ever go right. Huh? Is it?
What does that say over there?
I don't know.
I thought it was 3. Okay, you're on 2. We're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't mess with me like that.
Sorry, dog.
Also, did you knock my AirPods over? I know they were on my
No.
sweatshirt.
They're in here.
Okay. No, keep it over there. God, what am I gonna do with you? What was I
I don't know.
saying?
The office building.
Oh, okay. Nothing right can ever happen at Iona College, as we've come to know, at least in our senior year. So we've had the flood. We had snow squall.
Snow squall.
What was the other thing? Power went out
Power went out.
because of Con Ed.
Con Ed.
We had one other occurrence.
What else? Well, North Ave as a whole.
Well, oh yeah, well I have a series on my Snapchat story now called Another Day on North Ave. It's not an actual series. It's just stuff keeps happening on North Ave, and I keep taking videos of it. And then my friends and family from home, they text me and they're like, "Oh my god, you should probably move." And I'm like, "Yeah, I probably should," because there's always some wild stuff. I feel like we talked about this before, but there was the day where what was it? The car crash, drug bust, and the dude was on the phone in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
That was all one day on North Ave.
Oh, we had multiple. We had the
kid got hit by a car.
Kid got hit by a car.
He was on a bike.
Yes.
Yeah.
But though we had a bunch of high schoolers.
Oh yeah, there was apparently some brawl that happened right under us.
Was that a brawl? Was that?
I would think so with the turnout of police.
Yeah.
There was 7 cop cars.
That's true.
I still have to ask Jack about that.
Yeah.
And then today's occurrence, there was a massive fire in an office space down the street from us.
A 5-alarm fire.
Yeah, I think it was 4.
No, one of my classes
went up to 5?
It went up to 5.
Damn. Yeah, so it was a 5-alarm fire, which I don't know how scalar it is. I don't know if 5 is the highest.
I think 5 is the highest.
Okay, so it was the highest degree of fire. They were fighting this thing for 8 hours?
Yeah, and the Chads, they were doing everything they
could.
No,
they were seriously.
That because we saw video of it. It's scary. Hopefully everyone's okay.
But all of New Rochelle was we woke up and we thought it was foggy outside. But no, it was smoke. There was just smoke everywhere, and it covered basically the entirety of where we are.
Yeah.
I would think it got into New Rock City as well.
I was told by that same classmate that he lived in Yonkers and he could see it from Yonkers.
Could see it. Yeah, no, it was crazy. I woke up a little later. I smelled burning, but I was saying to Liam, our other roommate yesterday, that it smelled like burning toast, and I want to make sure I wasn't having a heart attack. So I also asked Liam. He said, "Oh yeah, I kind of smell it." And then I woke up smelling burning stuff again, and I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is my time. I'm going." But no, it was just an entire building burning down.
Yeah, I mean, I was up early and Liam told me, "Hey, I smell out the window." And I couldn't smell anything that much because my nose is terrible. But then I got ready, wanted to go because I had to be here for whatever. And I thought I started to smell burning in the hall. It was North Ave, North Hall again. Are you kidding me? And then I get outside and I'm walking a decent distance. I get outside something actually burning, and then I'm walking over
and you see it.
Well, I didn't see it, but I was like, am I burning? Because I smell it around myself, and so I threw on a mask because I didn't want to inhale whatever was burning. And then I found out when I was walking back that a building was actually burning. And we saw it from our room.
When I got up, I smelled the burning. I went into our common area and I was like, I'm having a heart attack. Not literally, but I was like, oh, I smell this burning, blah blah blah. Maybe it's nothing. And then I went to pull the blinds up, and I saw that it was foggy out. I was like, oh, it's a crummy day, blah blah blah. And then I pulled them all the way up, and I looked dead ahead right out our window,
So-
and there's a plume of smoke, and it's like gray. It's clearly smoke, not fog. So I see that, and my brain immediately goes into investigative mode, as
Yep.
most people do when they see
See
stuff
it.
like that. So I get up, I start to walk down the street. I didn't even get as far as Dunkin' Donuts. Could not breathe.
Did you
Straight
did
up,
you bring a mask with
I
you? or
didn't
no?
because I wasn't like I was like, oh, this is burning like really far. I'll go like get kind of close. I didn't think it was that close to us.
So how far did you get before turning around?
I got to. It was about the crepe place,
I don't know where that is. Like, is that past Dunkin' or no?
slightly past Dunkin'.
Okay.
Actually, no, I didn't even. I think I got to. You know the just before number 1, the car place.
Yes, right there.
That's where I got.
You got there. Okay.
Yeah, and I could not breathe. 1, 2. The cops had everything taped off. They were
So
like,
you're
"You
so-
you cannot go this way. You will croak."
And I guess they were right.
Yeah, no, they were. I literally suffocating. Like I had to take my sweatshirt and put it over my face because I
Yeah.
could not breathe.
I saw like multiple people doing that. Like
Yeah, I saw people
like,
wearing masks all day long.
Yeah, you had to. It's like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You should have canceled classes.
Should have
Iona.
canceled classes, Iona.
Yeah, do you want us to
That
suffocate?
email was stupid.
Yeah.
I had so many friends who go to other schools being like, "Oh, you guys didn't have class today, right?" And I don't have class on Thursdays anyway. But I was like, "No, everyone had class."
Yeah, like they said yeah, you know what? We got 3 weeks left. I can openly criticize whatever I want. Come after me.
I
don't come
have
after the
never
club.
hesitated to criticize this place once.
Well, now I can do it on
You
air.
guys already investigated me for a crime that I wasn't anywhere near to.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to tell that story?
Which one was that?
When the school thought that I was dealing goods.
Yeah, you can talk
We
about
talk
it.
about it?
As long as you keep PG, but as PG as you can.
Can I say the D word?
Deal?
No. Well, yes, but the other D word.
Doing or
DR.
DR. I write it down. I can't read lips. But yeah,
can you give me a one-time pass?
Sure.
Drugs.
Drugs?
Am I allowed to say
You
drugs?
can say drugs.
Okay, that's what I was.
Yeah, you can say drugs.
All right, so the school thought that I was dealing drugs freshman year, and it was not a fun time. Because as Danny knows, I'm not a doer of drugs.
And neither of us are.
Yes.
Clean.
I have never desired to do drugs. It's just something I've been offered many a drug by many people, and I don't care if what other people do. It's your business, not mine. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So I got brought in by like campus security or whatever, and that they were like, "We have you. We know that you're dealing drugs out of your room."
And you're just like,
They're like, "You're done." And I was like, "What are you talking about?"
did you let them like check your room? Like,
I literally said, I was like, "Go through everything I own. You won't even find alcohol. I have nothing." I was like, "Go for it, by all means." And then I texted my dad, and my dad came up to the school, and he was like, "Are you guys kidding me?" It's like, if you would have done like any sort of background checking or anything, you would know that there's nothing going on here.
Yeah.
It's like I was like, "You can drug test me right now. You're not gonna find anything because I've never done anything in my entire life, and I've nenever desired. I haven't even smoked a cigarette."
Yeah. Why? Yeah. It's like, what did they say? What did you say to like? Did they do anything once like?
Well, as it turned out, a roommate of mine, I didn't live with him, but he
Okay.
lived down the hall, and I went to their room a lot.
Oh, okay. So
It was him,
okay.
and I went there with a bag of popcorn, but it wasn't like an ordinary bag of popcorn. It was like you ever get like the caramel popcorn?
Yes.
And it's like fancy, and it's in the like
it-
clear plastic
It
bag.
tastes good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So it's really good popcorn, but it's in a clear bag.
Okay.
So they saw me on camera
Oh.
carry this clear bag of popcorn down the hall, and you can imagine what they thought it was.
Yes. And
So they show me this picture, and I'm like, you guys are kidding me, right? Like, this is a bag of popcorn, gentlemen. And like, even if it wasn't, who in their right mind would just carry that down the hall
yeah.
openly?
Yeah. I mean, there's people that are idiots, but like common sense.
No one's that dumb.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. So yeah, the school thought that I was dealing drugs freshman year, and yeah, that was a fun week of my life that I spent wanting to punch everything in sight. And
Well,
then
at least you're clean.
yeah, um,
Did they catch the guy?
he dropped out.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, he dropped out a few weeks after, unrelated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then, what was the other thing? Oh, my computer science professor who gave me a D for being disrespectful, and school said they were going to change my grade, and they never did.
That's
Yeah, she came in a half hour late every day, and it was only an hour-long class, so it wasted half of class time that like we're paying a lot of money for. And I called her out, like openly. I was like, I'm not digging this at all. Like, you're gonna come in on time and be respectful of us. And she was like, how? She was like Italian, I think.
yeah.
She's like, how dare you disrespect me? Blah, 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 blah. And then she like failed me on all of my tests on purpose. And then when I like compared them to like my friends in the class, their tests, we had the same answers. And she was like, no, this is wrong.
And then
Yeah. So then my grade never got changed. That's the moral of the
is
story.
this teacher still here?
I would bet. Santans, I think that's your name. I hate you. I hope you fall down a flight of stairs. And um, I want to.
Don't wish death because that's
I would hope that she can never walk again.
okay.
Just-
I've come to realize that. I mean, I guess I could say. I mean, the computer science department here,
not great.
not great.
Not great.
Not great. I mean,
Not
or
good
for, I'd say-
teachers or people.
no, I don't know. My computer science professor was very nice. I felt very bad for
Did
her,
you take the
actually.
game programming one?
No, I took the
Oh.
intro one. I took the same one that everyone else took. I had a Gladys Vera. I don't know if she's still here. She was very nice.
Gladys? Was it Gladys?
Gladys Vera.
Oh
I
my
don't
god,
know.
dang.
Gladys. She was very nice, very, very good person. She could barely speak English, but she had like a very calm voice and like she was like, I don't know. My final project was a Dwayne Wade fan page website.
Nice.
So it was great. But no, she was really nice and she just couldn't speak English and I felt bad because no one took her seriously. But good person.
Yeah.
Good person. Like
I
she was
think-
very forgiving, very lenient. And
I think there's only 3 professors that I've had my whole time here that I hate, like deeply hate.
one of them was
One of them was Santans. The other one, Pat Ravel.
You didn't like Ravel?
No, Pat Ravel. If you actually look into what he gives you, he makes up his own stuff.
Well, I know, but
Like it's like none of it is actually applicable.
yeah.
Like he, or like it was 20 years ago.
Okay.
So like things change, and Pat Ravel has not.
I liked him. I had him in junior year. He was nice.
He's entertaining as a guy, horrible professor. And you come to realize that I had him twice.
Oh, okay.
So the first time I had him, I was like, "Oh, this isn't that bad." The second time, I like it really.
What
set
did
in.
you had him for intro, right?
I had him for intro, and then I had him for it was business law.
Yeah. I see. I only had him for intro.
Yeah, the intro wasn't that bad, and then having him the second time, you realize this guy hasn't changed his curriculum
In 20 years.
and probably more.
He was entertaining though. I didn't mind him.
Yeah, and then this professor, I think, works in mass comm, if I'm not mistaken.
Be careful, because this is if anyone's gonna watch this, it's the mascot.
Nadine Cosby.
You didn't like Cosby?
No, she also gave me a D.
I love Cosby. I've had her twice, and she was my advisor. She's so
She
sweet.
told me that I had way more absences than I actually had, and then I switched Columbus to like 2 days in, and apparently there was like 2 assignments that she gave on the first day, and she never told me about them. So she gave me zeros in those assignments, and they were apparently like a good chunk of the grade because we didn't have that many assignments, and she gave me a D.
She was when I've had her, she was very nice to me. She was always very helpful with me picking my class and stuff, recommending good things for me. And
When did she put you grades in?
What?
Did she put you grades in on time?
I got A's in both her classes.
Did she put you grades in on time?
Yes.
Like right after they were due?
Yeah.
We didn't get a single grade back till the last day of the semester.
Jeez.
And she didn't tell us our grades. We actually had an office meeting where she told us our grades.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know I was doing bad.
I don't know. I've every experience. I've had good experience with her. I mean, you also I guess you're taking which class were you taking with her? Was it the
It was
Columba?
whatever my Columba was.
So that might have been the difference because Columba. This is another thing.
Columba's stupid.
Columba's stupid.
Yeah, but everyone who I've ever talked to was like, "Oh yeah, it's such an easy Columba." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, well, I told you about my Columba, right?
What was yours?
My Columba. So it was an 8 a.m. Columba, which is not.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to meet Monday, Wednesday. My professor, because the first time we had the class was a Wednesday, she told us, "Oh, there's no way I'm waking up at 8 a.m. on a Monday to teach the class that doesn't make any sense. So I'm not having class on Mondays."
Beautiful.
And
Dude.
so I was like, "Oh, you're the best." And
so lucky.
she
You've
also,
been so lucky with every class.
I told
that
you,
you've taken.
I would. The amount of unlucky and dumb things that I have done and have happened to me have been completely made up for about the amount of luck that I've had in classes.
Yeah.
I have been very, very lucky in classes. And she also said, like, she said, okay, so it says on the syllabus that I'm supposed to assign like a 15-page paper on the history of Iona. I'm not going to assign something that I can't do myself. So get rid of that paper. And she just completely disregarded the curriculum.
Try again.
Curriculum.
There you go.
She completely disregarded that, and she didn't assign like any homework at all. She assigned one paper that was like 2 pages, and we all got A's in the class.
Yeah, that's how most people said that their Columbus went.
It was fantastic. I've heard horror stories too, where it was like
from Columbus.
From Columbus, I've heard horror stories where like people actually followed the curriculum.
Yeah, I think we didn't follow the curriculum, but we didn't have many assignments, but every assignment was like worth a lot. So me missing those 2 ended up like blowing up my grade.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was baloney.
I guess the only like bad experiences that I've had in class was, and the only time I think I've only legitimately complained about my grade 3 times. One of which was my psychology. I'm bad at psych. I don't know. My teacher wasn't great, and like I'd ask her, she would give us the quiz, and she'd give us back the quiz, and we weren't allowed to take it back with us.
Mm-hmm.
She would hold on to it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she's like, oh, you can use them. You can take pictures of them to study. Like, just let us have it.
Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah, it's just like, dog, just let us have it. That was one. Another one. The last 2 are in the mass comm department that I'm not going to name names because one of I'm in great debt to one of them because they hooked me up with an internship. I think I've told you, but
is one of them male?
I'm not going to confirm nor deny that information, but if you can put the pieces together,
I know from Jacob's.
Jacob. So
professors.
Yeah, everyone
in mass comm does not like this person.
Yeah, I think he's a good person.
Good. Well, like school wise.
Yeah, professor, and the thing is, like he knows it too, because and it's, yeah, I guess he is a he. I'm not gonna rag him. I'm not gonna drag him through the ground because he helped me. He's helped me out a lot.
No, I get it. I don't care about naming names. Yeah. Nadine Cosby, come at me.
Yeah. The other one though, I will name because I don't like her.
Go for it.
Alternate.
I haven't even heard that name.
So. Alternate. So freshman year I had her for intro, and she was like okay, but like our entire class got along very well. We gelled together well, so like that made the class more fun. Yeah. Sophomore year, we had this project where like it was like a Photoshop project, and I put like hours into this Photoshop project. And like I was like, oh, this can like I followed like everything to a T, and, like at least I thought I did.
Oh, is this the one where
I wrote like a 5-paragraph email?
Yeah, I remember this.
Yes. And
you were like, yeah, I got like a 2.
Yeah, I got like a 70 on it. I was just like, I put like 3 hours because I guess she thought I didn't try. But
yeah, you were like, I worked so hard on this, and she told me it was terrible.
Yeah, I was so defeated, and then I just like, are you kidding me? This, and this, and then like I didn't send the email, but I had it typed up, and I think I still have
professor. I just remembered.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name though.
I don't know.
Oh man, she teaches music appreciation. Barely knows anything about music. Barely teaches you anything. instead of actually having class, she'll make you attend like 4-hour like shows or seminars, and then make you write like several page papers on them, even though you don't care about any of it.
Hey, my music professor was great. Me and Peter had the same one,
Who'd you
except
have?
Rosato. He's great.
Rosado? Yeah, I did not have
So,
that person.
except there's one time. This wasn't his fault. This was during COVID.
I want to look this up because I will slander this person on
Yeah.
air.
During COVID. What's it called? I guess I should mention too. I ended up going to Altane's office, and like I just basically I didn't read her the email word for word, but I basically said what was on the email,
Mm-hmm.
and then she did give me like 50. She got me up to an 85.
Nice.
So she was reasonable in that. But give me a 70 for that. Are you kidding me? Anyway, I had Rosato, and I wanted to go to as many classes in person as possible. And it's a 3-hour night class.
Yeah.
So I went to this one in person, expecting like there'd be some people. I was the only person in the class.
Well, that was
This is junior year.
yeah, junior year, one of my management classes. It was me and one other kid, and this was at like prime time. This was like 2:00.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I tried to go in person as much as I could, and what's it called? They like halfway through, like during the night class, like some professors like how someone will give you a break or whatever.
Yeah.
So during the break, he like says, "Hey, put on some gloves." I'm just like, okay. So he gave me gloves to put on, and he tossed me a pair of a thing of bongos. And
Bongos.
yeah, it was very fun. And then like he said, like, okay, we're back. Danny, play the bongos. I'm just like, like, what do you want me to do? He goes,
I mean, that's funny.
yeah, it was very funny. And like I was just like, I didn't go back in person ever since because I couldn't do it.
My blackboard's not working.
Are you checking for this
Yeah,
professor?
I'm looking for this professor. I hated her that much. Oh, here we go.
You know if this
Courses. You have 11 hidden courses.
11 hidden.
Patricia Smith. Patricia Smith, I hate you. You are terrible. I was so honest with my standing on the class, and you threatened to fail me. And the only reason you didn't fail me is because I sent you like 46 emails. And then she, I don't remember if I told you. I definitely told Jacob and them last year. I submitted our like final paper, and you know how your computer has like your storage, and then it also counts the Iona like Microsoft storage.
Yeah.
So my paper was named in my computer as like research paper or something, and then I had another one in my Iona storage that was also named research paper. So I submitted the wrong one because it was under the same name, and I had no idea. So she like emails me, and she's like, "I'm giving you a 0 for this. You submitted a thing for another class, blah blah blah." And then I was like, "Oh my god, I'll go resubmit it and whatever." And I guess I clicked the same thing, not realizing that it's going through the Iona thing because it goes automatically from Blackboard. And then she again emails me, and she's like, "You submitted the same thing. Nice job. You're getting a 0." And then I like physically found the thing, and I emailed it to her in like less than 30 seconds after that reply. And I was like, "I'm so sorry, blah blah blah. This is the right one. There's no way I could have done this in like 5 minutes. This was like pages."
Yeah.
And she again goes, "I cannot give you credit for this." And then I like 7
Spam.
emails in a row. I kept going.
And
And then she was eventually like sick of it. And she was just like, "I'll give you credit." But I had to really like beat her with emails.
yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean,
But that's just like being
that's petty. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, you're just like, I mean, because it is. I will say that is kind of dumb on your part for
How am I supposed to know that it's pulling from the Iona thing automatically?
if you renamed the
But it in my computer, it didn't say like, "Oh, you already have a file named under this."
Oh, okay.
It just saved to it. And then the Iona thing pulls from the Microsoft, the Blackboard thing pulls from the Iona Microsoft automatically. So I had to physically like override that and then go into my laptop and like drag it. I couldn't even like click it.
You had to just.
Yeah, it was so annoying.
I don't know.
And then I ended up doing it again on accident.
With the same professor.
No, a different professor, but they were much more understanding. This
Is-
was last semester.
Who was the professor?
I think it was Allstet. He's a pretty cool guy.
And shout out to him.
Yeah, a bunch of my friends have had him for. He only does online because I think he's older and he doesn't want to come
Yeah.
in with COVID and everything. Yeah, they've all loved him, and I didn't have lectures for his class. We just like submitted papers and stuff.
Oh, I think I remember that. I remember you talking about one of those
Yeah,
classes.
he was always like super accommodating. Like one of them, I had to put a couple day like delay on.
Was this
'cause
the
I had some other
basketball
stuff.
paper?
Yes,
This
it
was the
yeah, it
basketball
was the same
paper.
class.
That must have been a fun one to write. Like,
well, yeah, I just ended up like morally defeated at the end. I told him in my conclusion, I was like, I searched for like 5 hours trying to disprove this theory, and I couldn't. You have beaten me.
I'll let you describe the paper. It was actually a very interesting. I was like
So,
very interested about this topic.
the original like academic paper that we had to read was called "The Myth of the Hot Hand," I believe, or something like that. And it basically states that like momentum in sports isn't real. So it used the example of like the games won, and then like the primary example was like shooting in basketball. So you would think that if you like make a couple shots in a row that you're hot and your next one's going to go in and you're going to keep going. But in reality, the more shots you make, the less likely it is that it's going to go in again.
They base it off of luck.
So I'm going back through like games from because I'm thinking this paper was written in I think early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, the athletes stunk then. They were male men.
Yeah.
And I was so I looked up their shooting percentages then and I compared it to shooting percentages now.
And it's the same.
And it's basically like minute differences. So then I'm defeated there. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go look at the 3-point contest from like the 80s compared to now. It's basically the same. And I'm going through like all these different like ways to try and prove my point because I already wrote a whole paper on how like this is all wrong and it's false and it's like the momentum is real. Yeah. And I sat there with my head in my hands and I'm like, he won. I can't do it.
This is impressive too because you never like give in.
Never.
I've never seen him like give into like any argument.
Absolutely never.
Everything was just.
I will find at least like one thing to like support me, and then I'll die on that hill.
But
I couldn't find anything. I was completely dumbfounded.
There's nothing you could do about it. He's kind of.
Yeah, no, he
right.
He won.
Yeah.
That's all I could say. He won. I told him it in the conclusion of the paper. I was like, you have defeated me on this day. It's not rare that I lose.
I kind of want to read this paper actually. So
I'll try to find it after
if
this.
you can find it when you get back to the room, send that over.
Well, it's like 6 pages.
That's fine. Like I've read through longer papers before.
All right. Well,
so like
it's up to you. Yeah, I think I verbatim said I searched for hours trying to disprove this. I could not.
You should have just ended it with just
Yeah, I wish. Another paper I wrote for that class was before NIL deals.
This was?
Yeah, this was about NCAA not paying their athletes.
Yeah, well, I guess shout out to I think St. John's did something that was pretty cool. I forget exactly what they did, but like, like basically make it like very easy for their athletes to get sponsors.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
Continue your topic.
Yeah, no, so this was before NIL deals and stuff. I was just writing a paper about how like NCAA athletes should be paid and like what they live under before it. And I brought up the Jameis Winston crab legs incident.
Crab legs.
That was one of the funniest things to ever happen in the history of sports. I just like lost myself. Oh, I think the can I say the D word if it's a guy's name?
Yes, you can.
I can.
This is his name.
Okay. So I guess the commissioner of the NCAA, his name is Dick.
Yeah.
So I put it was either Rick or Dick. It was something like that. It's same thing. And I called him. I think it was like Tricky Dick and the Funky Bunch or something.
You called him that?
In the paper. And my professor was just like, I love this paper. I love Allsted. Great guy. I've never seen him, so I can't like. I haven't sat in on an all-stat lecture, but his class is super informative, being that we basically taught it ourselves. And
He was laid back. He
yeah,
like
it was super laid back. The guy was so cool. Like our only homework was papers.
that's
So
that's it. I guess I'll ask this question too. Do you like? Are you more of a test guy or a paper guy?
paper guy.
Paper, same way. Because
Yeah.
I hate studying. I can't memorize stuff.
Well, it depends. Multiple choice, Blackboard at home test.
Test.
I'll
Test. Unless
test.
it's Proctor U'd.
I've never been.
I've never been Proctor U'd either.
I've never been literally Proctor U'd, but I've been similarly Proctor U'd.
I think the weirdest one I had is one of my classes. I forget which one it was, but he made us. He or she, I forget who it was. I forget what the professor was, but they made us take the test with the microphones on. Yeah. Oh no, that's Professor Bard's class. Shout out to Professor. He's a good guy. Professor.
What if you like
Bard.
fart?
What?
So what if you like fart mid test?
Oh well.
I get like angsty, and
Like,
sometimes it brings on the gas.
I know. Like, so what's funny is like some people like. So, like I was like trying to like hold my breath the entire test because I didn't want to like be the.
I would have been right up in the mic.
But like people were doing that, but I couldn't even get mad at them because like I'm just like, why are you letting us take the mic with the microphones on every time?
It's only us,
Yeah.
too. I guess it's working extra hard.
But yeah, like that was like the weirdest one I've had like them say, oh, you can keep the camera on. Like that's fine. Like I'm not gonna. Like,
we went through a similar software. It wasn't Proctor U literally, but it was like a AI thing where it like recognized our faces and it would track our eyes. It would see where our eyes were. I got around it. I'm not gonna speak on how. Just know I did. I might have told you that story.
I think you did, but I guess save it for off air. So
yeah. For after I graduate.
Yeah. We back in the station.
Yeah.
The day of graduation. As soon as you have the diplomas.
Just flex. I got around it, but it would track your eyes. So your eyes had to be dead ahead the whole time, and you couldn't get up or go to the bathroom or anything. So
did you ask? Would you like if you had to go to the bathroom? What would you do?
Would
you like tell your professor?
Some kid did get up to go to the bathroom, and it logged him out. So he had to email the professor, and the professor like stopped our test kind of midway because he had the power to do that. And he's like, "Hang on, guys, I gotta let someone in." They went to go use the restroom and logged him out.
So he knew it was kind of just like,
yeah.
I know Proctor U is like, I think shout out to Christopher John too. He's probably told you about Proctor U like first class.
Oh yeah, he said he hates it.
He hates it. He's like when he first brought it up, he's like, has anyone ever heard of Proctor U? It's just like, no, and he just goes, never using that.
Christopher John, really cool guy. He's just been keeping us so late every class.
I don't know how that happened. For me, like he usually let us out at like 7:30.
Yeah, no, we are there until a minimum of 9.
Really? I guess something changed. Maybe he's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I liked. He's always like he was a
great guy.
Yeah, great guy.
Really cool guy.
And he keeps it entertaining too. Like that's what I'll give him that too. Like because for a night professor, like if you have someone that's like just monotone the whole time.
It keeps having a click and it's really loud.
That's fine.
So I'm just gonna leave it unclicked, and whatever particulates fall in, I'm just gonna accept that, bring them into me, make them part of me. Okay. Yeah, no, Christopher John, super cool guy. He's been running class a little long though.
Yeah.
But I don't know. His assignments aren't that bad. I haven't done like a fourth of his discussion boards, but
you can do that.
Yeah, I can do them whenever.
You get them.
Oh, I have to do.
Oh, is it Pollock?
Yeah, I still have to do Pollock stuff.
Pollock's a great class.
Our last class was literally 23 minutes long.
Because you're coming up. Has he brought up the final portfolio yet?
Not yet.
Once he brings up the final, you're out in 10 minutes. Like 10,
Beautiful.
15 minutes. You can just like we'll pick a day. Like if you want to go, we can pick a day.
Does he do the thing where he's like, I want to check on your progress, and then no one talks, and then you leave?
Kinda like
sweet.
Except some people cave in. Like I caved in a few times, but I guess I'll tell you this on there because I'm going to invite the rest of the room as well because I have to go to Central. I have to go to the Museum of Natural History at some point.
I'm down.
But I want to turn that into like a day. So like we could like we wake up like kind of early, like let's say like 10. Like I guess we leave at like 10, go to the train.
Get up earlier than 10.
All right, let's go. Let's go at 9.
We want to really make it a day.
Let's make it like I wanted to make it like a full day thing. Like go to Central Park, go to the Museum of Natural History, go to like other places in the city, see like make it a whole day thing, then come back.
Can we bring beverages?
Yes, we can bring back.
Yes, let's go.
I mean, like I figured that I assumed that was like the thing. I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to get like.
I
don't
want to
want
get thrown out of the Museum of Natural History.
He's like, this dinosaur is fake.
I want to get thrown out.
Don't.
I want to climb in and attempt to steal a dinosaur bone and get removed from the Museum of Natural History.
Imagine seeing that. Imagine we go there and someone's like trying to steal like the T-Rex.
I don't know why you're saying imagine. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna steal the T-Rex.
I'm gonna steal the head.
The head. Just like, hey, look over there, guys. Guys, look over there.
What is that?
Have I told you about how I nearly costed like a fortune?
Yes, you've told me, but you can tell the people.
If I haven't told the air yet, well, this is freshman year. We went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and which is it's a fun time. But we went there because we've had her. This is before we like knew each other, before we were friends. Allison Suen.
Yes, soon.
So Suen.
I think it's soon.
One or the other. I don't know. Potato, tomato, tomato.
Was she psychology?
She was philosophy.
Philosophy, that's what it was.
So
it started with a P.
Yeah, one of the same thing. No, it's not. But we had. I guess as you know, we had to go to there to get the picture of Socrates.
Yes. Socrates. I'll give you $5 if you can tell me what that's from.
I'm not gonna make $5 today.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
I never saw it.
It's because you're too young. You're a baby. I'm gonna Google when that came out. You can keep talking.
But so we went and we had to take a selfie with the painting, or I didn't know if it was the painting or the head of the sculpture head.
1989.
Dang. I am too young and
you're a child. I'm a 50-year-old at heart, so.
But we had to take the picture. Like I didn't know if she meant like the head, or if she meant the portrait.
It was a portrait.
Yeah, it was the portrait. So I wanted to do both just to be sure. And the first time I did it, I like have it like I'm taking the picture.
You wanted to get some Socrates head?
That's mission.
What? It's a statue of his head.
Okay.
You had to take a picture of it. You needed to get with his head.
Okay, and he was draw a thin line.
Listen, we've been walking on thin ice for a while.
Yeah, this is.
I think it's time we just commit to the chaos.
We can't. I can't do that, man.
I'm gonna listen. I'm just gonna start punching things, and you're gonna follow. All right.
No.
But
right,
tell your story.
So I was taking a picture, and like I went to do this, and like this is my first time in like a museum in like a very long time since I was a wee little child. So like I don't know etiquette that well.
Okay.
And so I do it, and then it's like, "What are you doing?" So I'm not touching it, but there's like, "You can't do that." It's like, okay, and then like. There's another, so we like kept walking, and there was one sculpture that was like up to here, and I didn't see it. So I was like about to walk into it, and then I think it was like Murph or Liam or someone, maybe Jack, who you haven't met Jack. They like stopped me, and I was like, oh man, I nearly just knocked into a sculpture.
Now, Danny's a gangly idiot at best.
Yeah.
So he just fraggles. That was my first like close.
That was your very close. That is back to actually that's 2 and 3 weeks where you had a close call, or I guess Jacob slipped.
Yeah, no, he fully slipped.
Not.
You almost slipped that one time.
I've almost slipped a few times.
Yeah. So Danny. He just stumbles into stuff like today you stepped on Pete's foot. Just like completely
I was doing
out of
a jab step, man.
Yeah, and you stomped on his foot.
I think was I in the boots or no? I wasn't in the boots. I was in socks.
Yeah, no, I was in socks, but still, like it was hard enough to where Pete went ow, ow, ow. So
my bad, Pete.
Danny will just like walk into things like the rope on campus. When you just walked into the pipe that was holding the rope and then you left it there. Yeah, I didn't forget that one. So Danny he's very prone to just walking into stuff.
Well, yeah, but I walked into a pole in the middle of Disney World when I was a kid. Just dog.
So, like, knowing this about Danny,
not surprised
that he almost broke a multi-million-dollar sculpture.
I would have like had to like mortgage the house and like it would have just ruined everything. Like I would have had to drop out of school. It would have been, but I didn't. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Just like I didn't curse just now.
You did not. You said
let's
Fraggle.
go.
Fraggle's a safe
to
word.
almost doing stuff.
What else have I done though? But no, I was thinking that'd be a fun thing to do, and I think that would also be a very fun thing to talk about whenever we do it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I
'Cause-
feel like that'd be a blast.
Yeah,
I
I th-
haven't had like a true city day in a while. I stayed with my brother not that long ago, but that was for a concert and I ended up getting COVID.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it was only a night though.
So I was thinking though, because next week Easter is the 17th. I think he pushed it. Oh, the professor that had for this completely just axed out our final entirely
Nice.
and made this our final.
Beautiful.
We've had one paper.
Well, my 410 professor, like everyone's been doing super bad on all of his tests. So, like we get a minimum 8-point curve on every test. So he had decided that instead of he didn't cancel the final, but he decided it's not going to be a cumulative final.
Okay.
Which you know what that means, right?
Yeah, like
it's not everything for the semester. It's just gonna be the last few chapters. And it took us like all almost failing the first test for him to be like, maybe I shouldn't do this. But his test format's horrendous.
Is he a good professor, like overall, or is he just the
ethically no? Teaching wise, yeah, he's alright. He runs Chinese sweatshop.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah.
So his test format is one question at a time, can't go back.
Yeah, I remember you complaining about that.
Yes, and it's 50 questions.
That's ridiculous. Like you should be able to go back and check your work.
And you get an hour to do it.
And it's that's ridiculous.
You want to know what his justification is?
What?
Your first guess is your best guess.
Actually, I remember you said that. I don't think you said that on there.
I want to punch him in the throat when he said it.
Your first guess.
I'm not going to name drop him now because I still have him, but when I graduate, I will.
You
will be joining the slander list. Actually, it's not slander if it's true. What's the
hit list? I don't know. The hit list is
you can't. The hit list is different.
Hit list is different. That's the what's it called? I guess the
You'll be on my smear campaign.
Smear campaign.
Yeah, I guess that's a way of saying that.
I don't know.
If I say he's on my hit list, that sounds like, awful.
That is significantly worse than any lists.
I'm coming for you.
Coming for you.
Oh man, Danny, what are we gonna do with you?
I don't know, dog. You know what I'm gonna do? What I'll do? I'll use a quirk.
Oh my god.
Yes. Well,
I watched My Hero Academia, which is a anime show about like superheroes, and instead of calling them powers like normal people, they call them quirks.
Yeah.
And as we know as 20-year-olds, the word quirk and quirky has been completely ruined.
Yeah.
So now it's just become funny to say.
Yeah, but I mean, the parts that I'm not but we're both not anime. You're turning into an anime guy.
It's grown on me a lot.
Yeah, it has.
I haven't committed as much as like Liam has.
Yeah, Liam's like full on.
Like he buys like books and he watches like most of the hardcore animes.
Yeah.
I watched like the short, concise things.
Except, actually, no, you've watched most of the short ones. I mean, like, yeah, you're not onto like we're not onto One Piece.
The One Piece is like 4 billion episodes. Yeah, Naruto is like 4 billion episodes.
How far is Jacob into Naruto now?
I don't know. I have like the hiccups and I have to clear my throat.
So
that's what that sound is.
You want to help you with hiccups?
Yeah, can you punch me in the throat?
No, I was gonna say you drink water. Drink water. Look down. Keep it in your mouth. Or
fun fact: none of those things actually work.
No, it does. This one legitimately does.
No, they work if you mentally buy in on them. But if you know that they don't work, they don't work.
Just try it. Trust me.
Okay, I got it out. I had to clear my throat. That was most important.
Okay, but you have the hiccups still.
Yeah, it's not gonna go away.
Just trust me. Just please, just follow.
You know what my one is that I tell people?
What?
Hold your breath for 30 seconds, swallow, and then don't burp. And it works because people believe it in their head.
Just try it. Can you please just listen to me? Okay. So drink your water. Keep it in your mouth. Look down. Swallow while looking down. Your time.
That was a hiccup.
You like looked like you did not commit to it.
I'm telling you, it's a mental thing. If you know that it doesn't actually do anything, it won't do anything. I'm smart enough to know that it doesn't actually do anything.
Every time I've done it, even the doubting, You have to like fully commit to the look down.
No, the thing with hiccup, you have to trick yourself into thinking that you like don't have hiccups anymore. I can't physically do that anymore because I know that none of it actually works.
You gotta try it, dude.
I did.
You gotta
I'll do it
commit.
again. I'll do it again.
Here, like full on, like
Okay.
commit.
I will.
Full on commit to it. So swap. Okay, drink more than that. Look straight down. Give it time. Give it time.
It just went.
Give it time.
Of course, give it time. It's gonna go away on its own. That's how hiccups work.
Every time I've done that, I've been successful.
Well, it clearly does not work.
It does it for every.
This is what I'm telling you. Have to physically trick yourself. I might have just ruined it for you.
Nah, I'll be fine because next time I get hiccups, I know it works.
All right. Well, as long as you believe it works, it will work.
Okay. Anyway, back to anime.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
we're-
I watched like the short, concise ones. I don't watch like Naruto or anything.
You watched which one was it? Cowboy Bebop. You said that one was
Yeah,
good.
Cowboy Bebop is spectacular. It's probably my favorite.
That's your favorite one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you liked My Hero.
I was surprised I liked it too.
What made you cave?
Well, I never wanted to watch it because I know that the fan base is horrendous.
The
Like
fan base is toxic.
the really terrible, like not even toxic, just like super cringy. So I never wanted to watch it because those people, if you can call them that, those creatures repelled me. So I never want to watch it. And then my cousin was talking to me. He's like so much more into anime than even Liam is. Like he has bookcases of, yeah. So he was telling me about like different animes, and he was describing the plot of My Hero, but he didn't tell me it was My Hero. Like he was just talking about it. I was like, oh yeah, this sounds pretty cool. And he's like, oh yeah, it's called My Hero Academia.
You're just like,
And I was like, I don't know about that one. So then I finished watching. I watched Mob Psycho because my cousin also told me to watch that because it was made by the same people that made One Punch Man, which was
One Punch. You said.
Yeah.
I know you. I figured you'd like One Punch.
One Punch is I feel like my third favorite anime I've watched. Second has to be my hiccups are gone.
Told you.
I'm in a roundhouse here. Second, I think it's Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. is
I
really good.
think was Full Metal Alchemist the one where
It's the two brothers and they can like conjure things.
that wasn't that. I was thinking of the one. I don't know if you finished it or not, but it was like they had the gun that could like determine like.
No, that was Psychopaths.
Was that good?
I liked it, but I can't watch the latest season because Amazon bought it and they don't do dubs for anything. And I hate reading subtitles, as you guys know.
Yeah.
So I'm not committing to it.
That's the one thing with anime for me. Okay, I don't commit to any shows.
You don't commit to anything.
Yeah, other than Peaky Blinders, which like I
don't understand that because yuck.
I mean this season. I mean I'm not gonna spoil it because
No one cares. No one's watching this. I don't plan on watching Peaky Blinders. So talk about it.
Well, it's like this season because like basically I guess spoilers ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Just speak.
1. Okay, so basically Tommy Shelby's going to die, and I mean that's not the problem I have with it.
He is.
Well, everyone knows that he's gonna die.
I don't even know who Tommy Shelby is. Just speak on it. I don't care.
I don't know.
You're only talking to me.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, he's gonna. What's it called? I don't know. People haven't liked the season that much because there hasn't been like much action or whatever. Because there's been a lot of setup. Because as you know, there's going to be a movie after this.
No, I don't know that. Because
I thought I've said that to you.
Know
like
anything about this?
So there's gonna be a movie after the season. So it's a lot of setup. It's in the same position as
AOT.
AOT. There's way too many plot points. What's up? There's way too many plot points that need to be tied up, but for an hour's worth of TV.
Mm-hmm.
So we already knew there was going to be one more season and a movie anyway. So like that's fine. Like that wasn't the problem. But people are mad because people like to see action. People like to see fights.
Naturally, that's been mine and Jacob's gripe with AOT so far.
Yeah, like people like to see fights, but like I'm perfectly fine with the dialogue has been great. because Tommy Shelby is usually a guy that always wins. Like he usually like through like the first like 4 seasons, like he always wins. He always gets what he wants, and like it's really cool to see how his power, like how much he rises in power. Then the 5th season, for the first time ever, he loses. Like something happened, like he loses, and then this last season is
Sounds like Breaking Bad.
well, this last season is downfall. I never watched Breaking Bad. I tried to watch it, but that was like too
Breaking
slow.
Bad, Walter White wins, and then he
Mhm.
wins, and then he wins, and then he loses, and then he wins, and then he loses.
Well, he doesn't win. He has not. This is 2 straight losses right now. Like his daughter just died. Like his stuff.
Well,
like that.
in the first win, he thinks he wins, but he actually loses, and then
It's
he loses.
Tommy Shelby, like like if you watched the show and enjoyed it, he definitively wins like every single time. Like it gets close, but like he does like you like there is like a clear cut winner, and everyone knows that he wins, and everyone else knows that the other people lose. But at this point in time now, he's just diagnosed with like some kind of tumor that's going to kill him in 18 months.
This literally sounds like Breaking Bad. This sounds like Breaking Bad, but or were they Irish, British, something?
Well, they're not. That's not drugs. That's the thing.
What? I said Irish, British.
Oh well, that's well, yeah, it's Irish British,
Yeah.
but like they're not. It's not drug. It's not a show about drug dealing.
Okay, but it sounds like Breaking Bad without being Breaking Bad. Also, I don't know. My voice is like going.
Yeah.
It keeps getting super hoarse. That's why I keep clearing my throat. I don't know what's going on.
Should have canceled class today.
Yeah, no. When I wake up with emphysema tomorrow, yeah, no, it's like actually, I feel it going. It not as bad as like basketball games, but
yeah.
also shout out Tyson Jolly, Dylan Van Eyck, and George Poopas.
And then 2 guys from the
Yeah, I don't know the other guys. I only know Poopas and
we
our
have to.
players.
Well, he's Pappas for he's back
Yeah,
to Pappas.
he'll be Pappas for that day.
Well, I think it's more than a day.
Well, I don't anticipate us
I
going far. There's a
don't-
lot of like,
What's deep? Like
yeah,
like there's a lot of like 5-star. I don't know, but it'll be cool. But,
Yeah.
yeah, no, people. I guess my point is like people don't like that. There's really not much action, but there's really no point of having action because it's a bunch of setup. And I guess like a big part of this, I feel like, is because one of like the lead actresses passed away, and she was like a staple on the. She was like a really big character on the show. Like she passed away in real life.
Was she old or
No, she was like in her 50s. She had cancer.
oldish? Oh, yeah.
She had cancer.
Yeah.
But so they had to rewrite the entire script because I think she was going to be a big part of the season, but like they knew they had to get this out. So they had to rewrite the script on the fly.
Got you.
And so I can understand it like out of the 5 seasons. I like this season more than season 5 personally. But I mean, I guess I have to rewatch season 5, but I guess like I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because they had to rewrite the whole script and stuff like that and change like plot points and stuff. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens in the final episode. This will probably be the last hour of Tommy Shelby on television on Peaky Blinders ever, which would be sad. But like I think if you watch the show for like a little bit, you can see why that he probably is going to die like because he's main man in power, and the season's kind of been like the downfall of them.
I will never watch that show.
I know you're not going to. That's just not for you. You don't.
Why? Why won't I ever watch that show? Yep.
It's British. You don't watch British television. Actually,
I
you
hate British people.
You liked Lupin though.
That was French.
That's French. Okay.
Yeah.
Lupin.
I also don't like French people, but that's because they're mean.
Yeah.
They're just straight up mean. Like I've met a couple French people. They are genuinely very mean people for no reason at all. Like they just look down on you for not being French.
I don't know.
Which is ironic because what have they done?
Yeah, they're kind of we're homies with them, like government.
Oh yeah, okay.
Homies, but
they had a little tiny man try to take over the world.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we kicked their teeth in. I don't even think we actually.
No,
did
but I don't think
we
existed. I don't think we existed at that point.
No, we did.
When we existed when Napoleon.
Dude, we bought Louisiana Purchase. That was Napoleon.
That was Napoleon?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, we bought it from Napoleon for like $13 and a bag of Subway chips.
Nice. And a couple draft picks.
Yeah, no, we bought that entire territory. I think it was for like $3 million or something.
Which I mean, I guess at that point in time was very expensive.
But
But
do you know how much land that is,
I know.
Danny?
Well, yeah, I know. Imagine like that right now. Like imagine like
Yeah,
imagine we just bought that.
like $3 million to get you a house
Yeah,
nowadays.
Like imagine like, oh, freaking, we just bought Louisiana for $3 million. Like it's a steal.
Yeah, like we basically bought it for a high five.
Yeah, slap like just a couple.
I remember that. That's because Napoleon was getting desperate and needed to fund his war.
Yeah, don't attack Russia in the winter, I guess.
Yeah,
but
unintelligent.
Unintelligent. Speaking of unintelligent, me.
That's average.
Yeah, I don't know. Times it's
8:03.
Oh yeah, I don't have to like check the clock is finally like.
You're still a minute behind.
Yeah, I don't know how to adjust that still.
What were you about to say that you're not smart?
I just said it.
Just in general.
Yeah, just in general. I don't know.
Good self burn.
Go me. I was looking to wrap up kind of soon because I'm a little bit hungry.
I'm also hungry. I had 5 taquitos at like 4:00.
Yeah.
And that was basically it because we couldn't go outside.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Jacob, what do you want, Jacob?
Probably stuff about fantasy.
Join the league. Live on air, Jacob. You can't curse. Can't trick me. Can't trick the trickster. Anything else you want to say? Last thoughts.
Look at me, king of the castle. I have a chair. Great success.
Great success.
All right.
Do you want to actually end on Little John?
I feel like I'm gonna blow someone's eardrums out. I mean, no one's gonna get this far, but don't give me this moral quandary right now.
I guess you want to do a 50% volume, Little John.
I don't think you can do a 50% volume, Little John.
Oh, Coop. It's Coop.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn off the mics for a second. Don't curse, but you're live. You're live.
I wouldn't do that to your show.
Yeah. What's up? You're live. We're just about to wrap up. We've been going for like an hour.
We're going for like an hour.
Do you want to? Well, I was gonna say post show. Do you want to get some bowling? And since you're right over there, I'm gonna head over.
I'd have to go back and change because I'm in Tim's.
I mean, yeah, no, whatever you can make it, man. God, the Wi-Fi is god awful there.
I know. It's terrible.
Like you're running in like 16 frames per second. But yeah, I mean, if you want to run over, I'm gonna be there getting some shots up. Obviously, whoever's else in the run, I don't know if it's just a 2-man show, but what's going on?
What's up, Coop?
You're welcome to come as well.
I need to like eat food. I haven't really done that today.
Well, yeah, I mean, whoever's interested, I am on the toilet right now, so I will. I'm gonna. But yeah, dude, if you want to come down, have me drop you off and then record it.
Yeah.
All right, word.
No, but dude, if you want to come down and drop me off, quite seriously, then you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'll probably pull up. I'm gonna eat first as well, but I guess I'll meet you there. All right, sounds good. I'll see you later, buddy.
See you, Coop.
Bye. Shout out to Coop TV. Watch his show. He's better than both of us at this combined. He's got like an actual show. But yeah, I guess I'm going to Hoop.
Yeah.
Hoop nasty dunk, you know.
I'm going to eat because
I'm also gonna eat actually. You want to get LaPenta upstairs?
Yeah, sure. I'm done.
All right. Hey, you guys for watching.
Well, yeah. Thank absolutely no one because none of you are here.
Hey, you know what? Thank goodness Foot Guy is in here. Thank goodness Foot Guy is in here this time.
I hate that guy. He didn't show up at all.
Yeah. He's mid.
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 Skyline Chili.